are looking at Miss Italia. You're welcome. I travel all around the world to be a role model to young girls, to be an inspiration to you all. I was asked here to come by the Italian American Museum of Los Angeles to share with you my story of how I became Miss Italia. Well, if you want to be Miss Italia or a beauty queen like me, first, you need to be gorgeous. This audience is not so bad looking, so we're in Hollywood. It's not a total waste of time. Other parts of this country, not so much. So let me start from the beginning. I come from a very small town in Italy, in a province of Abruzzo called Centro. It's a very tiny town. There's only about 2,000 people that live there. Very, very ancient town. Most of the people are very, very old, but everybody always say to me that I was too beautiful for such a small town and that I should be Miss Italia. So I enter a local pageant for my town and I won. And then I enter for the pageant for the province of Abruzzo and I won. And then I enter to be Miss Italia and I won. So that's how I become Miss Italia. I hope that story helps you. To be Miss Italia, you also have to answer very simple yet very complicated questions, and you have about 20 to 30 seconds to answer. My question was, what quality in yourself are you most proud of, and how will you show that quality as your time as Miss Italia? And my answer was, yes. The quality that I am most proud of is to be Italian because it's the best country in the world. We have the best food, who can beat a pizza. We have the best wine, I drink a Chianti over Bordeaux any day. We have the best art, Leonardo da Vinci is the master. We have the best music, we invented opera. And we have the best fashion. We have Gucci, Fendi, Bottega Veneta, Missoni, Moschino, Miu Miu, Giorgio Armani, Gucci, Schiaparelli, Ferragamo, Dolce Gabbana, Valentino, Versace, Prada, just to name a few. And since I'm already proud to be Italian, I will be proud to be Italian as Miss Italia. That, miei amici, was my answer that got me the title of Miss Italia. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very proud to be Italian, but what am I most proud of? Does it really matter? Do you really care what this masterpiece of a woman has to say? Not so much. But you do care that I look good in a bikini, and I do. That's true. So in the end, the title always goes to the woman who can best hide her brains behind her teeth. I'm sorry, I don't know what has gotten into me since I arrived in this country. It's not pleasing for a woman to be so vulgar. I guess something about America has brought something out in me, you know, your brazen ways, your free speech, your #MeToo campaign. It's made me think of things in a different way, to question, not to just accept things because they've always been that way. I mean, everybody always asks me to be Miss Italia, but I don't even think I ask myself if I want to be Miss Italia. But the fact is that if I wasn't Miss Italia, I wouldn't be standing here today talking to all of you. What opportunity do I have as a young woman from a small town that none of you have ever heard of than to parade myself like a show dog to be Miss Italia? What other honor do we give women to receive scholarship and travel all over the world and be heard? So if you really want to know what it's really like to be Miss Italia, if you really care what I think, I am inspired by you and your country to tell you the truth. Do you want to know what it's really like to be Miss Italia?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, for one, it's not all, how do you Americans say, fun and games. It's not all sexy men calling you beautiful while throwing money at you. Although it is some of that. Not like. But it's more like when one of the judges cornered me in a dressing room and grabbed my breasts and said he needed to find out if they were real. And then I slapped him across the face and said, I'm Italian, of course they're real. And I know they are fabulous, but they are mine. And then he said he liked how spicy I was, and that he was turned on by me, which, of course. But was I turned on by him? Not so much. He was older than the Colosseum. Very entitled. And he had the terrible breath. Oh, the worst breath. And he would just get so close to my face and breathe so heavy. And like a Game of Thrones dragon, his breath would have melted a wall of ice. But he thought he was so sexy breathing, you know. I saw in that moment in my head, you know, the front page of the newspapers being all about this disgusting man dying of a heart attack on top of me, covered in cocaine and chicken grease. And then I'd be known as that putana all over Italy that had sex with the judge, even if it wasn't my choice to sleep with him. So I knew I needed to act quick, or else I was going to get stuck having to sleep with this man. But this man was a judge, so I couldn't just reject him. And I wasn't asked to be put in this situation, but you have to give the judges what they want or you don't get the crown. So I did the only thing that I could think of, and I took him by the hand, and I said, you are such a sexy man. And I would if I could. But you need to start with Miss Sicily right over there. Yes, Miss Sicily. She's crazy about you. She tell me, she tell everybody. Oh, she be so mad at me. Yes, go to Miss Sicily. Okay, ciao. And I know that's bad. But you have to understand. Please don't judge me. You have to understand that, for one, she looked just like me except she had blue eyes. And two, you see, our #MeToo campaign isn't doing quite so well as yours. And I love Italy, and I'm very proud to be Italian, but we're not perfect. We're close. But we're not perfect. We still have a ways to go, but I have to say that it is so wonderful to see so many powerful, strong American women standing up for each other, and I hope that one day Italian women will do the same. And don't worry about Miss Sicily, nothing happened to her. She stood her ground. She's a strong, independent woman. I knew she could handle him. It might have been a reason why she scored a 7 instead of a 10, but who really knows? So thank you, America. You inspire me. I come here to inspire you, but the truth is you inspire me. You inspire me to tell you the truth about how I become Miss Italia. You're welcome.